Okay, so we've left Charleroi behind us. We're now in Nivelles. We're about to get a train to Brussels. And this is the train we're about to get on. And as you can see, very exciting. It's a two-seater. So let's go and have a look. Oh, pardon. J'ai un billet pour l'aéroport. Ça va ce que je vais dans le cité et puis je rentre plus tard.
You want to go now or?
Is it okay if I come back later and this ticket will still be valid?
Yeah, this ticket is valid all day long.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Thank you, man. Cheers. Little bonus day in Brussels. Here in the continent, people are very stringent about who's allowed to use the bathroom and who isn't. You've got to scan your ticket to get in.
Non, c'est un fort.
Quoi?
Un fort.
Oh, you buy it over there? Oh, okay. Yeah, so it turns out you've got to pay to take a piss, which is just ridiculous in my opinion, but yeah, it's what it is. So this is Brussels Central Station. Very Soviet, got a Soviet mosaic up there. If you squint, this could be Novosibirsk or Norilsk or St. Petersburg or Kishinev. Anyway. So there are a lot of things to see in Brussels, but there's one thing that I'm more interested to see than any other thing here. And luckily for us, it's only a short 5 minutes walk away, so let's go. So I'm gonna be honest, having been in here for 5 minutes now, I already feel this city is a lot more walkable than Charleroi. Like, it's a lot more relaxed. It's pretty lovely to be honest. Yeah, I'm really liking it. There's a metro over here. I'm not gonna get on it, but let's just see how it compares to the one in Charleroi. Because it looks like it's run by the same company. So yeah, this lovely tube station. Very nice. Another thing that's quite interesting about Brussels is it's more duolingual than Charleroi. Charleroi is in the French-speaking region of Brussels, of Belgium. But Brussels, as the centre, it has a bit of both. It has a bit of French and a bit of Dutch. So you see here, they've got all the signs written in Dutch and in French. And yeah, you can see it over there as well. Everything's duolingual here, which is quite interesting. Okay, well, we've made it to the European Parliament here in Brussels. As you can see, it's quite impressive being here, quite awe-inspiring. You know, I really feel like we are in the beating heart of the European project. And this is the same EU that my own country of the UK voted to leave in a referendum almost 10 years ago now. In what was a very controversial and divisive political topic of Brexit. But anyway, enough politics for now. Let's actually just have a look around the European Parliament ourselves, see what it's actually like. Let's go. So over here we've got a rather sort of postmodern statue, which is, I guess, meant to represent the sort of sovereignty of Europe. Here we've got a very defiant looking woman sort of holding something from these nasty men down here. Let's have a look at what she's holding up. It's a euro. Very interesting. There we go, a bit of postmodern art here in Brussels. Over here we have all the flags of the EU member states. We've got France, Spain, Greece. And over here you'll see significantly they've got a Ukrainian flag, which is not a member state of the EU, but obviously I see where they're going with that. So over here we've got some other member states. Got your Croatias, your Italy's, Cyprus over there, and yeah, all the rest of them. Obviously they don't have a British flag up anymore, but presumably back in the day they would have had one. So it's interesting walking around here. I'm just in kind of the gardens outside the headquarters, and you know, it's easy to be so tongue-in-cheek about the EU as a Brit, you know, as our country has left. But being here is weird. I do get a sense of, like, you know, the hope of like a united Europe. And that's ultimately what the EU, at least at face value, is all about, you know. And it's kind of sad being here right now and seeing how, in a sense, Europe is less united than ever before with everything that's going on. Okay, so let's have a look around the European Parliament. Here we've got a kind of live model of the Parliament. And by the looks of things, got another one over here. Quite cool. And here we've got what the interior of the Parliament is like. What are they discussing in this photo? Multi-annual financial framework 2022-21 to 27 and own resources, time to meet the citizens' expectations. Sounds extremely important. So just over here, we've got another list of all the different flags in the European Union. And what people have been doing is they've been taking photos and they've been holding the flag that sort of belongs to them. But you see, I'm kind of in a bit of a sort of sticky situation here because I don't have a flag to hold because we've left. But let's go with the Polish one because I am a bit Polish. There we go, Polska. So here it was quite interesting. Obviously, we've got all the different languages of Europe, as you know, saying European Parliament. But what really interests me about this is, well, two things. First of all, they've put the Russian right at the beginning, and then we also have the Irish for European Parliament. Where's the English? English is right there. but I'm really having quite a lot of fun here. Got to be sure not to miss my flight back. So it's quite weird being here, but just over here is the European Parliament itself. This is where all the discussions have been had over the years within the European Union. This is where everyone sits. This is what you see in social media and stuff, when there's news about stuff going on in the EU. All happens here, and it's quite a weird feeling. I've seen photos of this, I've seen videos of it, I've seen it on the news, but actually being here myself, it feels quite strange. And then all these offices up here, you see with the windows, this is where they translate the dialogue into the various languages of Europe. So, I mean, you can't really see it, but you've got Croatian, Czech, Latvian, Hungarian, Maltese, you know, all these different languages. But what I find most interesting is they've got Gaelic over here, Irish Gaelic. Obviously Ireland is a member of the European Union, and even though virtually no one speaks Gaelic anymore, especially not in an official formal setting, they still have an option for Gaelic translations here in the EU. So yeah, very interesting. It's all very interesting. And yeah, I was thinking that I wouldn't be making a video in Brussels, but it just shows how these things happen. But yeah, and like, you know what, we're gonna rate it happy. I've had a good time here so far. See if there's anything else. Got lots of modern art like this. I personally find this stuff a bit self-indulgent, but whatever, people clearly like it. And over here we've got a notice thanking us for our visiting. It's very nice of them to do that. In, again, lots of different languages. Got English, Romanian, German, Dutch, Italian. So everyone's involved in the European Union. But yeah, that's about it for the EU tour. I'm going to use this opportunity to go for a piss because it looks like these toilets are the only free toilets in Belgium. So yeah, turns out the EU is useful for something after all. So just over here we've got something that's really quite chilling, which is a segment from the Berlin Wall, which, you know, separated Europe from east into west for however many decades. This does really like bring it home for me a bit, like that ultimately, at least in the face value of it, what they use just after is peace, you know, not this. You know, it's just against division, and it's just prosperity and unity and prosperity of Europe. And it's like, who could be against that? You know, there's a lot of good stuff in it. And, you know, actually seeing this wall itself, it brings it home that like this is a reality. This was a reality. Europe was divided for a long time. It wasn't good, you know. So yeah, again, just sort of brings it home. Okay, so yeah, that's it from me here in the European Parliament. It's weird because I'm sort of skeptical of some aspects of the EU, but I would say like being here and just like having been in Europe, continental Europe for the past few days, like I do get it, you know, I do get where at least the vision, at least the idea is coming from with the EU. Like Europe, we forget like how precious Europe is. It is such an amazing place, and there's such amazing culture and history and whatever, and ultimately we all want to preserve it and keep it stable, because it hasn't always been that way, and it isn't a foregone conclusion that it's going to stay this way. you know, and yeah, that's ultimately what we all want. And yeah, that's really what's left me thinking. I haven't been here, but yeah, anyway, enough sentimentality about it. Thanks for watching, guys, as always, and yeah, see you from somewhere soon. Take care.